You want to learn English without stress? Stories help you do just that. No boring lessons. No grammar drills. Just real English in real situations. All you have to do is listen, enjoy, and let the language stick in your mind. If you like this kind of vibe, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and stick around. We've got a new story every day, and today's one happens under the Eiffel Tower, with a twist of rain. He had dreamed of visiting Paris for years. The lights, the art, the soft language in the air, it was everything he had imagined. But what he wanted most of all was to stand under the Eiffel Tower just once and feel the weight of the sky above it. He chose a quiet weekday to visit. The weather was a little cloudy, but the temperature was perfect. Not too warm, not too cold. He had a camera around his neck, a small paper map folded in his jacket pocket, and a croissant he had grabbed from a corner bakery, still warm in his hand. As he walked across the Champ de Mars, the green park that leads to the tower, he slowed his steps. The iron tower rose in front of him like something out of a painting. It looked both heavy and delicate, strong and beautiful. Tourists walked all around, taking selfies, buying postcards, eating crepes from food carts. Musicians played soft songs near the benches. Pigeons flapped and cooed. He walked closer, moving under one of the big legs of the tower. Looking up made him feel small, but in a good way. He sat on a bench, took out his notebook, and started to write. Just a few thoughts, a few lines. Something about how seeing the tower felt real and not real at the same time. He had seen it in photos and movies, but being here was something else. The air was different. The sound of people laughing, the smell of roasted chestnuts, it all made it feel alive. Then, as if someone had flipped a switch in the sky, the rain started. It wasn't a gentle sprinkle. It was one of those sudden, wild Parisian rainfalls. No warning, no soft drops. Just a full, heavy wall of water pouring down from the clouds. People screamed. Some laughed. Others ran. Umbrellas popped open like popcorn. Tourists started rushing toward the tower, hoping to find shelter under its legs. He didn't have an umbrella. He hadn't even thought to bring one. For a second, he just stood there, soaked. His croissant turned soggy in his hand. His notebook pages curled and wrinkled. His camera strap stuck to his neck. But then he started to laugh. Because what else could he do? He joined the crowd rushing under the tower. Dozens of people had gathered there, trying to stay dry. There was barely enough space. Everyone was standing shoulder to shoulder. A man in a bright yellow poncho squeezed in beside him. A family with small kids huddled together, using their jackets like tents. An old woman smiled at him and held out a small pack of tissues, offering one to dry his face. He thanked her with a nod and took one. The sound of the rain hitting the metal above them was loud and steady. It created a rhythm. He looked up, watching drops fall through the gaps in the iron. The city faded in the background. No more music, no more foot traffic. Just rain and breathing. He thought about leaving, maybe running to a cafe. But something kept him there. Something about being under the Eiffel Tower in the middle of a sudden storm felt unforgettable. He looked around. Everyone had a different reaction. Some were annoyed. Some looked miserable. But others smiled. A few people even took out their phones to record the moment. There was a group of students who started humming a song and laughing. One guy danced a little. A child chased raindrops on the pavement nearby. The energy changed. This wasn't just a storm. It was a moment. A shared one. No one planned it, but now they were all living it. Strangers from different places, brought together by surprise rain in Paris. He leaned against one of the thick metal beams, watching the rain paint the world gray. The tower felt alive, not just a symbol of love or architecture, but a real place with real weather and real people. And then, as fast as it came, the rain stopped. It didn't slow down gradually. It just ended. The clouds moved. A bit of sun peeked out. Drops still fell from the tower itself, dripping slowly, but the sky above was already lighter. The crowd began to move. Umbrellas closed. People stepped back into the open. Some shook their heads. Others laughed, taking selfies in their wet clothes. He stayed for another minute. The air smelled different now, fresh, cool, with a hint of city and flowers and iron. He took out his camera and snapped a picture. The tower still dripping, with a rainbow faintly forming behind it. Then, slowly he walked away. His shoes squished a little with each step. His hair was wet. His shirt stuck to his back. But his heart felt full. Later that night, in a small hotel room on the left bank, he sat with a warm drink and a towel wrapped around his shoulders. He opened his notebook again. The pages were still wrinkled, but that made them better. He wrote, "I got caught in the rain under the Eiffel Tower. I was wet, cold, and standing way too close to strangers. But somehow, it felt perfect." Did you enjoy this one? Stories like this don't just entertain you. They help you learn how real English sounds, how people describe feelings, actions, and little surprises in life. You probably picked up new words and phrases without even trying. And that's how language sticks. If this story gave you a smile, drop a comment below and share your own rain stories. We love reading them. Like, subscribe, and come back tomorrow for another fresh one. Same time, same vibes. See you then.